Hello, welcome to Coffee Katze. Today I have 7 books for you that are in German, most of which are not yet translated into English, which I intend to read over the next few months. First one I have is Porzellan and der chinesische Engel by Yoko Tawada. This book concerns a man named Patrick who goes to a salon conference, I hope I'm saying that right, in Paris. But instead of actually giving his presentation, reading his paper, he has a panic attack and befriends a Chinese colleague, and then some sort of mystery ensues. A friend of mine read this and said it was excellent, and then gave it to me as a gift a few months ago. So this will be the next thing on the list to read. Now, after that, you get down. After that, I have up on the list a collection of the works of Meister Eckhart. So it's longer than that. It must have been like 6 or 7 months ago. I read a book about Hegel and the Hermetic tradition. And that book spoke a lot about the relationship or the influence on Hegel from Meister Eckhart. And then I also read Jan Vos's Septology, and Meister Eckhart was mentioned in there as well. So I decided, since I'm learning German and the subject is interesting to me, that I would try and get through as many of these sermons as possible, or check them out and see. I think they're not in the original German, but rather translated from a form of medieval German to modern contemporary German. So we'll see how that goes, and yeah, I'll let you know. And then the next one on the list is a book that I wanted to read, been wanting to read for a little while now, by Antonio Moresco, but since I don't read Italian and it's not translated into English yet, though I believe in 2026 there's a translation coming out with Deep Vellum Press, translated by Max Lawton. But yeah, since I can't read Italian yet and it's not out in English, I found German, Aufbrüche. So yeah, I think it goes from what I understand, it starts with the main character's time in a monastery, and then further on towards his political development or political actions in the streets of Milan, if I'm not mistaken. What did I write down here? Yeah, so I'm excited to read this and then possibly compare it with the English translation that comes out in a year or so. After that, I have, this one was also on a list of books that were supposed to be, that I found online, but I can't remember who wrote it. Di Forella. Apparently it's about 800, 900 pages. No, not so long. 780 pages about fly fishing in a remote Austrian village. So I don't really care about fishing. I don't have a great interest in the outdoors, but we'll see. That it's supposed to be good, so I will give it a shot and let you know. I need some more coffee. And then I have a classic that I had read already in English, about 50% of it, about half of it. I read in English about 10 or 15 years ago and then never ended up finishing, but I'm a big fan. I really enjoy historical novels, so I decided that I would give this a go in German in order to challenge myself and see how far I could get, see how much I could understand. So it's Thomas Mann's Josef and seine Brüder, obviously following the story of Joseph, he of the Technicolor Dreamcoat. Yeah, I'm excited to get into this, but a little bit apprehensive to start. I think I need a few other books finish a few of the other books that I have on the list first before I get into this 1,300-page beast. This might be the final boss, so I can see if I can actually read German properly or not. We'll see. After that, there's another cool one I discovered by Stefan Schutz, Beelzebub. The story of an antique book dealer in Berlin who becomes is turned into a half Beelzebub, a half sort of devil creature, and then is sort of exiled from Berlin, tries to go to hell, is kicked out of there, and various other adventures happen. So the cover is very cool. So yeah, this is another long one that I think will take me a while, but hopefully it sounds quite interesting. So I think we'll enjoy that. And the last one on the list is by Alban Nikolai Herbst, Wolpertinger oder Das Blau. And the cover, I think, is pretty amazing. Pretty cool, the little sort of devilish figure here. So this one apparently is set in this Wolpertinger, which is a hotel in Hannover Schmundens, which is in Lower Saxony. And in this hotel, various people, various sort of important people were invited for a special meeting, and then accidentally, the pale Hans Erik Detters ends up there for this week retreat, where all of these this conspiratorial meeting is happening, where they're trying to reorder the world. And then we flash forward 4 years later, and on a train with a man who is apparently writing the story that we're about to read, but we don't know if it's before or after. And then he arrives at the hotel in ruins. So this is also a very long one. I'm very excited about this. There's something about this that has a sort of a very romantic kind of, I feel like there could be a lot of layers to this one. So I'm very excited to dip into this. So if any of you have read any of these or have any suggestions about how I should go about it, I'd be more than happy to hear from you. So until then, I will say goodbye.